Justin. I want to make a quick video today on applying for vocational rehab with the Department of Veterans Affairs. So right now I have my bachelor's degree in social work. I've been using my GI Bill for my bachelor's degree and a little bit for my AA. By the time I graduated with my BA from Humboldt State University in social work, I graduated debt-free because of the GI Bill. It covers top in-state tuition costs on that program. I had the post 9/11 GI Bill. I switched from the Montgomery GI Bill back, I think in 2013 or 2012. It's fairly easy to use your GI Bill. Just sign up with the veterans counselor at the school, and then it's called the person of contact at the school would be called the VA certifying official. So that is a fairly easy process. You can do it very quickly. Really, I wanted to talk about vocational rehab. Now, there's a lot of voc rehab material out on the internet, videos and websites that kind of walk you through the pains of vocational rehab. I live in the LA area at this time, and my experience with applying for vocational rehab was actually fairly easy. It wasn't hard for me, and I think there's a few reasons for that. Number one, I'm going into social work, and social work, there's a law in the state of California that for you to be considered a quote-unquote official social worker, you have to have a master's degree in social work from a CWSE accredited institution. Most social work programs are CWSE approved, but you definitely want to check that out, make sure that is the case. I applied to several places for my master's degree program. I applied to Humboldt State University, which has a very, very small online master's degree program for their master's in social work degree. They only, I think it's like only 26 people per rotation, and it's a cohort model, so they do like, it's rotation based, and it starts like once a year. So you have a lot of competition when you're trying to get into that particular school. I also I was going to apply to Boise State University, and Boise State also only admits about 40% of the people that apply. I didn't end up going and finishing that. I paid for the initial stuff for the Boise State application. I just ended up not doing the essay because I found another college I wanted to go to more, which was Boston University, and I applied there, and they seemed like they liked me. I had a cumulative GPA of 3.601 or 3.61 something, and I had an HSU, which a bachelor's degree institutional GPA, a Humboldt State GPA of 3.89, and that is a really good GPA for transfer. My suggestion to you, if you are interested in applying for a social work master's degree program, is to apply to as many places as you possibly can. I think minimum 4 places. Now, I applied to one in-state, Humboldt State University, part of the CSU system. I applied to an out-of-state college, Boston University, which is a public university in Boston, and it had a great program. It was really promising. I had a high expectation that I would get in. I thought I would for sure get in. I ended up not getting into Humboldt State University. They sent me. Sorry guys, actually USC, my academic counselor just called me, so I had to answer that phone call. But anyway, so I didn't get into Boston, I didn't get into HSU, I didn't apply for Boise, and I actually did about 8 or 9 months early. I applied for USC, and I did this not even thinking I would get in. I just thought it would be cool to to do it and just to see. And then I was like, what if I did get in though? That would be insane. That would be crazy. But I couldn't afford it anyway. It's 80 grand at least, maybe closer to $90,000 for a master's degree education at USC. Anyway, turns out I got into USC and I didn't get into anywhere else. So I applied for vocational rehab a while back, about maybe 4 months prior to graduation. So early this year, right now it's end of July. I probably applied maybe March, okay? I think maybe March of this year for the vocational rehab program. And so the process was I filled out something on the VA's educational website, a little claim. About a few weeks later, I got a letter saying, thank you for applying. We're going to get in contact with you for an initial appointment. And so I did that. I scheduled the initial appointment. It took a while. Actually, barely got my initial appointment June 16th or something. And now it's July 24th. I have my second appointment, which is August 2nd. So the first appointment, little presentation. I had all my paperwork ready, had my degree, my transcripts. I had about 10 or 15 jobs that I printed out, stating that social work degree or social work jobs that are in the mental health field. All of those positions required a master's degree, so that's what I did also. And I printed out some salary research for the position I am at now, which is ER technician, and about the max earning potential for that in LA County. And then I printed out also the max earning potential in LA County averages for a social worker with a master's degree. And so that was some comparison, and so I threw that all together in a folder. I took it. The guy, my counselor, immediately said, I know that you need a master's degree. We have several people going to USC. I'm going to put that down. You're going to go there. We're going to pay for USC tuition in full. We're going to give you about $500 a month for living expenses. We're also going to give you some money in the beginning of your program, like right before your program starts, to buy a laptop, because it's an online program, buy a printer, school supplies, stuff like that, and we're going to give you a stipend for books. So they really took care of me. It wasn't a terrible experience. It wasn't a fight, as much of a fight as I thought it would be. It was really not a fight at all. He basically gave it to me right then and there. He said, okay, you have 22 months to complete your degree. And just come back next time with these additional paperwork, this additional paperwork filled out, and we're going to go ahead and proceed with the funding. And it was that easy. Now, I don't know about people with other degrees or that are studying other things, like maybe you want to go to med school or whatever, RN school, whatever it is, but they're very, very kind to people going into social work. And I also printed out, like I stated earlier in the video, there's a law that says in order to be considered an official social worker in California, it's like AB 112 or something like that, AB something, you need a master's degree. So did all that. He accepted it very quickly. I didn't have to fight for it really at all. He gave it to me right then and there. So we're going to pay for it. We have a lot of people at USC for this particular degree. So they've been down this road before. They know that social workers need master's degrees here in California, and they approved it. So it was a great experience. I highly suggest if you're interested in social work, go ahead and do that. And I went to the VA Sepulveda for mine, so I highly suggest you guys go ahead and do that. That'd be a great place if you wanted to not take a chance and you're in the area. A good place to apply. And also, what else? If you are kind of interested in social work, social workers in LA County, if you work for a hospital, Starting wages is about 40 bucks an hour, which is about 78 grand a year, which is decent. Plus I have my disability check from the VA coming in. So all in all, it was I'm going to be successful in my life because the VA paid for my education, graduating debt free. Thank you, Department of Veterans Affairs. I will also be so at the end of this, they will have paid around 120,000 just in tuition only to my education. So if you're young and you're deciding you want to go into the military, it's going to suck a little while depending. If you go to Air Force, I highly suggest doing that and maybe getting your BA before you go in, and then that way you can be an officer and make a good amount of money, a bunch of pocket money there. Do what you want. Don't get suckered into a shit job in the military, but do what you think you're gonna like and do something that can translate into the civilian world for a job. So yeah, man, I wouldn't be anywhere without the military and without the Department of Veterans Affairs. They've really boosted me in my life. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, post them below. Give me a like and a subscribe down there, and I will catch you later. All right, guys, 87 out.